Okay. Good morning, everybody, my fellow young female activists, wherever you are. My name is Maryam Idris. Just like she said, I'm just a young, growing female activist that has worked in the area of developmental sector for the past 11 to 12 years.
Wow, that's a very long time.
As a female activist, I've worked in building the capacity of young girls, young adolescent girls in the area of communication, leadership, entrepreneurship, as well as coaching them and mentoring them on different aspects of life so that they can be who they want to be and make their dreams come true. So, and also a mentor, a researcher, and also a trainer and a facilitator. That's a summary of some of my work that I do.
Ma, I would like to welcome you once again.
Thank you very much.
And we want to thank you for coming. And today we'll be talking on girls' child education. Since that relates to your field, I trust that you have a whole lot to share with us. First of all, we'd like to know what is girl child education.
Okay, that's a very interesting question, and this is something that government, developmental workers, and also everyone in the community has been putting more effort in. Okay. When we say girl child education, it encompasses a lot of things. Okay. But we look to first define what is girl child education so that people can understand it. Not only once you say girl child education, people will think that let's send the girl to school. Okay. But girl child education has a lot of things in definition. Yeah. So in essence, the girl child education is defined as giving the girl all the necessary and social abilities that she needs, which has to do with the economic situation so that you can empower her. When we say social responsibility, we mean sending our girls to school. Right. You understand? Right. Because if you want your girl to aspire into becoming who she wants to be in life, then you have to send her to school. You cannot just say, my daughter wants to be a doctor, wants to be a lawyer, without her passing through the tertiary institution. You have to build her capacity, her skills, and her talents on want to be who she wants to be in life. Likewise, if you want her to become an entrepreneur, you have to give her those basic steps that she needs. And what are those basic steps that will make her a child and make her a responsible woman in life? So these are all what we mean by girls' education, the social and the economic resources that a girl needs to become who she wants to become in life. So that is just in brief the summary of a girl's child education.
All right, and let me also add to what Hajiya, Maryam, Idris have just said. Girl child education is not like what she said. It's not only when you go through the formal education, you know. It also involves informal education, more like culture, way of greeting. Like, we live in a 21st century where people even hardly greet. As simple as greeting may sound, it may take you somewhere you don't even expect to find yourself. So that's part of the girl child education. All right. And Ma, I would like to ask some other question, and I would like to say, what are the importance of having a girl educated? Like, what does a girl stand to benefit when she gets educated?
Yeah.
Because most people think when a child is educated, she becomes very rude, especially a female child.
Yeah, because that is what most men used to say. If I educate her and she has the vast knowledge, wow, she will disrespect me. She will not go by my word, and that's not true.
That's not true. That's why we have both formal and informal education.
Because when we look at it, when you educate the girl child, you are focusing on the larger generation of wherever she will find herself.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Because if you don't educate a girl on how to become composed in the society, how do you expect a girl to respect and even know the essence of the elders in the society?
That's the point. Yes.
Yeah. And one thing we tend to understand is that the girl child education starts right from the home when the girl starts to speak. Because the very moment she starts to speak, she starts to call Mama, Baba. That's where you now tend to teach her how to greet. This is your senior brother, this is your elder sister, this is
that
means
your uncle. Can start at any age.
It can start at any age.
You don't necessarily have to wait till when she
grows up.
Okay.
So it has the first school that the girl starts is from the mother.
Yes.
And the mother is the person that stays with her right from when she's a child at home. You understand?
Yes.
So I find it very difficult for people that say if a girl is being educated, she becomes so wild, she cannot be controlled. No, it depends on how the girl, how the channel of education the girl passes,
both formally
both
and
the formal and the informal.
Okay.
Because if a girl is well trained, she has all those opportunity and all those character that should give the respect in the society. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Like when I was mostly in the northern part here,
Okay.
you understand it, most adults, most especially the females, in those days they were not sent to school. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Like my mother was telling me that during their era, that it's the only opportunity she had to go to school was because her mother was not in the home.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was brought out and she was asked to Aigatana aje akaita makaranta. That is, here she is. Let her go to school since her mother is not with the father. Okay. And all those that they have their parents in the home were not sent to school, but here she is today.
I'm sure that helped her.
It really helped her.
Oh, no.
It really helped her, because at times I used to, when I see her reading books, writing, jotting down some things, or if they are saying something on the TV, she will be interpreting it to others.
Wow.
So they will be like, Hajiya, shaking your makaranta. She said, yes, I only went to the elementary school. I did not go further.
Yes.
So you see, it has really helped her in terms of educating us and also encouraging us.
That's true.
To also go to school, because I could remember when I was young, if they sent me to school, I would be coming back home crying, and she would use her cane. She would tell me, Maria, you don't understand this until you grow up. A time will come when you realize the importance of why I'm always chasing you to go to school.
That's true.
And here I am today.
That's
because
true.
The last time I told her, I said, Mommy, dear, I'm still encouraging all those words you said to me. And this is where the education has brought me now. So educating a girl is not necessary. It's very, very important.
Exactly.
Based on what she wants to be, how she wants to be, and who she wants to be. Okay. And the channel of the training that she has passed through and she has undergone.
Okay. So I would also like to find out, that was a very powerful point. Imagine she wasn't in school. How would she even be able to read? In short, if you have an idea, how will you jot it down? Maybe if you are not educated and you want to write about your birthday, you have to call someone to come and write about yourself. No, that's it. That's
in
not
those
very
days,
good.
birthdays are being taught and maybe historical
Many
issues.
parents could not even remember their
Yeah.
birthday. Why? Because they couldn't read.